perfect. You're gonna be perfect.
You're hurting your sister, you guessed. That's not for the best.
I were really, really dumb. Not a genius, normal. I'm with them again, all together again.
Pretty picture, oh no, pretty picture.
I wanted to make a movie probably within the first couple episodes of Producing Problems, actually. And then every time I made an episode from then on, I was just thinking about like all the jokes and all the plot lines I had, and I was like, which ones are the most outlandish? Because I could just save those later for feature-length film. And that's how I would keep that in the back of my mind, and that's how I would go about filming the show. And then when it finally came time to make the movie, I kind of scattered all my ideas together and put that in the movie.
When John was a freshman, he came to me with an idea for a series, and he basically had scripted out about 5 10-minute shows. And I was thinking, this student's a little unusual because rather than me saying you need to get your work done, he was coming in and telling all the students that they had to be ready to be part of this wonderful new production called Producing Problems. So I thought this student has a lot of creativity, has a lot of enthusiasm, so let's see what he can put together.
The movie's different from the series because, the show is probably about 10 minutes. The movie's about 1 hour and 40. So there's more time for character development. There's a lot more time for a lot of funny jokes. I could set up a joke within the first 20 minutes and then end it in the last 20. I could add like 50 million cameos. I could give everybody a chance to be in it. I'm pretty sure I've had at least somewhere between 90 and 100 people being in this in the whole movie.
I love the original series. I would just go home and be like, what's on today? And I just watch it and it'd be really funny.
The original series is really, really great. I binge watched it on the bus with my friend, and it was really funny. I don't think I've ever laughed so much on like even a TV show in general.
Hey, don't do the crime if you can't do the the point is all locked up.
The series was just like in school all the time, and it wasn't as like well connected, and the plots weren't as well thought out as the movie was. And this movie was just like the growing up stage of the show, and I feel the show was just like prepubescent for Producing Problems, and the movie was just like, oh, I'm an adult now.
What made me help Johnny was that from doing the show with him, I wanted to see what the experience was like with, help produce this movie and give him insight and help him along his journey, because with the show, we never thought anything bigger than just a show as cast members, but he thought bigger, and we wanted to help make his dream.
Well, I've been a part of Johnny's videos ever since I was a freshman, and he came to me and asked me, as a friend and someone he could trust, if I would like to be a part of this movie, and I was absolutely ecstatic about hearing about it, so I was very excited to do it.
I didn't get to decide. I didn't really have a choice. To be honest, I was going to leave after the last season, but I decided, you know what, Papa Bear can make one more appearance in the movie.
Well, the best thing about being part of Producing Problems and being part of John's show has been seeing the growth, the creative growth in him and the other students in the program, how they've all come together to really be creative and try out new things, and really are very impressive with how they work together and how professional they are. So I think that's probably been the most interesting part of this journey.
Sorry about her. You don't need to be sorry. I'm just wondering why you're so mean to her.
I'm not mean to Shawna.
Why are you yelling as such?
Major problems. Well, we didn't have a jail scene, so we had to do that green screen. A lot of the times, sometimes the actors weren't available. A lot of the big problems were everybody's schedules. The main characters had really conflicting schedules. Like Ryan would have work, same with Taylor, and then some of them would need to take notice probably a day before in order to get off, and then some of them had to take a month before. So it was really confusing getting them all together. But like eventually I think there was one day we had off school that I was like, okay, everybody get together and we're gonna film the entire movie.
I'm really proud of what John's been able to accomplish with the production of this film. He's brought together a lot of different people to collaborate on a creative project, and that's a really difficult thing to do.
So Salma, tell us what we're doing.
Okay, we're doing makeup.
I heard you have the best man in the entire universe on the job to do
Yeah, you're gonna do great, Johnny. Sure.
Scheduling, absolutely. I mean, I'm just busy as it is being a senior and applying for colleges and yada, yada, yada. And of course, there are a dozen plus other people in this movie who had to be accounted for in their schedules. So, I mean, Johnny and those helping with the movie really did a great job at scheduling, and it all worked out really well.
A lot of scheduling problems, and because my house was in like half of the movie, I had to make sure like nothing in my room changed, nothing in my downstairs changed. So it was a lot of challenges.
Challenges for me in general were getting there, because my mother, she always has a tight schedule. She always has something to do. So I would have to let her know in advance, like 2 weeks prior, to let me know, like, I need to go to my friend's house to film. And she doesn't know about this. She doesn't know about my secret life as Papa Bear. So I kind of want to keep that hidden.
I like them. I really love musicals. And I think it's a really unique twist to the show, because I would have never thought that Producing Problems would be made into a movie, but also a musical as well. And I think it's really cool and unique about it too.
I met Kaylee during Beauty and the Beast, which is a summer show we did at our school before we came into 12th grade. And I was already writing the script. I was probably about like 75% of the way when I was like, oh my God, I don't even have anybody in mind for the main character. And so I was just kind of thinking like, hey, maybe if I can get a freshman or any kind of 9th or 10th grader, then Producing Problems could live on much longer than it's, you know, because it's all about seniors. And so I met this girl in Beauty and the Beast, and she was like, oh, you know, tell me about all her roles she did. And I was like, wow, this girl is really talented. And obviously, she's got all these roles before. So I asked her how she'd feel about making a film or being in anything like video-wise, and she seemed really interested, and that was really exciting to me. So I actually asked her to do a music video with me to test her to see if she was a good actor, good on time, good at responsibilities. And the music video came out to be one of my best music videos. So I put her on board for the movie. I was really scared because I didn't know her too well, and I was putting this whole movie in her hands because not even my character, any of the characters come close to doing as much as she does in the movie.
What made me want to do the movie is basically because I love acting and it's my passion, and I really wanted to try film work. I want to be a stage performer, but then I learned that I really like to be on camera.
When you land undone.
Oh, don't look at the camera, just crawl. Just be like, nah. Working with the cast was very stressful, but they all pulled their own weight, and in the end they really pulled through for me. And they still managed a way to put themselves in it the way I needed them to. And they're all really funny people. They all were interested in the same field of video production, so it was really like they were just as interested as I was. So, you know, it was a fun experience for everybody.
Will people like Production Problems? I think if people have a really good sense of humor, they're going to really love this film. Some people might need some notes on some of the humor, but otherwise I think people are really going to enjoy seeing how all of these people came together to work on this really great project, and all the work behind the scenes that they don't even know about, I think they'll be very impressed by.